let's imagine a scenario that makes even the calmest Wall Street veterans sweat. The Strait of Hormuz suddenly closes. Now, if you're thinking, sure, that's a headline grabber, but what does it really mean for the global economy and my stock portfolio? Well, buckle up because the ripple effects are massive. First, some quick context. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the rest of the world, and it's basically the planet's oil superhighway. Around a fifth of global oil passes through here daily. So if Iran blocks it, whether by military action or political brinkmanship, supply is instantly squeezed. Let's talk oil prices. With the strait closed, oil futures would likely skyrocket overnight. We're not talking a few bucks. A 20 to 50% jump isn't out of the question. Remember the 1970s oil crisis? This could be bigger and faster. Everything from gasoline to shipping cost jumps, airlines, trucking, manufacturing, you name it, costs surge. Now, onto the US stock market. Here's where things get interesting for finance professionals. Energy stocks, think Exxon, Chevron, might rally hard at first, but broader indices like the S&P 500? Not so lucky. High oil prices mean higher input costs, thinner corporate margins, and consumer spending takes a dive. Markets hate uncertainty, and this is about as unpredictable as it gets. Watch for safe haven moves. Investors typically flock to gold, US Treasuries, and the US dollar. Volatility indexes like the VIX would spike. Financials, consumer discretionary, and tech stocks could see sharp sell-offs as their costs rise and demand softens. The Federal Reserve might face pressure to act, but with inflation already a concern, their hands could be tied. Globally, countries heavily dependent on oil imports like India, Japan, and much of Europe would feel the pain immediately. Meanwhile, oil exporters outside the Middle East think the US, Canada, Brazil might see a short-term windfall, but global economic drag would likely catch up. Now let's not forget the geopolitical backdrop. A Hormuz closure isn't just about oil, it's a signal of rising tensions across the Middle East. That brings unpredictable military, diplomatic, and economic risks into play, and markets react badly to all three. For finance professionals, this scenario isn't just about watching oil tickers. It's about stress testing portfolios, reconsidering energy hedges, and staying nimble as headlines break. If the Strait of Hormuz closes, it's not just a regional event, it's a global financial shockwave, and no market is left untouched. So keep your eye on the strait and your hand on the risk management button.